Well, hello there. This is I'm from Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm so excited to see you today. Today we'll be doing what I call the lip milk recipe, okay? Now, it's not lip milk. It's really lip gloss, but it look like strawberry milk. And there's a vendor that you will find in the Patreon because the whole recipe, all of the things that I'm doing on the channel, all of the recipes, the sugar scrubs, the body wash class that's coming up, all of that stuff is found. Candle making classes is all on the Patreon. And if you go in the description box, you click on the link, it take you to the Patreon, and it's just $10 a month. You got unlimited access to so many recipes and things like that. Well, anyway, I call it the strawberry lip milk because I have a strawberry milkshake flavor oil that I'm going to post in the Patreon, the link, so you guys can go and get that flavor oil so you really can have that strawberry milkshake kind of feel to your lip glosses, okay? So this is the last lip series thing that we're doing. One more thing I have to do, but that'll be like in a few weeks. But other than that, this is the last thing that we're doing. So we're going to go ahead, and so what you're going to need is you're going to need some lip gloss tubes, and I'm using this white and this pink color. All right, this is for lips. You're going to need a syringe. You're going to need these little fruit things that I used before. Okay, you're going to need some MCT oil, and you're going to need your lip gloss gel, and that's what's most important because that's the main ingredient. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. The first thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and pour your gel into a bowl. Okay, so I'm just go ahead and squeeze it and pour it into a bowl, and you're going to weigh it out. Okay. All right. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and, based on the recipe that I've given you, you're going to add the MCT oil to this as well. Okay. All right. Now you're going to go ahead and get us a nice stir and just make sure you mix it in because, you know, you got gel and you have oil, so you need to make sure it's all fully combined. So just go ahead and just give it a nice stir. And just take your time and just kind of mix it in. Okay, and this one is going to get kind of cloudy, and that's fine. And that's because we're using that MCT oil. So that just made it a little bit cloudy. Okay, and that's fine. You know, but it should turn back from cloudy and it should go back clear. Okay, so you're going to see it just kind of transform in two ways. It's going to go from cloudy to clear. But this recipe in particular that we're doing today, we don't need it to be clear. It don't even matter if it's cloudy. So just make sure you just get everything fully mixed in. That's what's most important. Get everything fully mixed in. And then we're going to go into our second part. Okay, so you're going to need a pair of tweezers because you're going to go and start putting in some strawberry pieces into your tube. So I'm just going to use 2 tubes today for each one. And I'm going to put my flavor oil in here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in there right now. Okay, so I added my flavor oil, so I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. Okay, and I used the strawberry milkshake flavor oil, and again, I'll definitely leave the link in the Patreon. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and start preparing your containers. And so if you're not doing strawberry, you could be doing cherry or whatever. These little pieces have so many different fruits, so you just really full of option on what you'll use, okay, what you can use. So I'm going to be doing strawberry, so I'm just go ahead and put some strawberry inside of my container. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop it in there because my container is wide open. So I drop it in there and then I shake it up just so I can make sure that they're not stuck together, because sometimes they be stuck together. And then I just kind of lay it on this side. Okay, so I repeat the same thing with each one that I use, and I lay them on the side just so they don't be at the bottom when I put the gloss inside of it. Okay, and I mean the strawberries, that's what I mean. Like the strawberries is, you know, because once the gloss go in there, the gloss is kind of weighty, so you don't want them just sitting on the bottom because they're not going to rise to the top. Alright, so let's go ahead and start getting into the good part. Okay, so in order to create this strawberry milk look, we're going to go ahead and give it some drops of white. Okay, so I'm going to do about 2 drops. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do 5, 6. There we go. We got about 6 drops of white in there. So I'm going to just go ahead and stir that in just to see how it looks. Okay. And if it looks milky, like milk, because you want it to be a light milk, you don't want it to be too dark where you can't see the strawberries. Okay. And right now I can see I dropped the lime in here. So because I wanted to be able to see if I could still see the lime inside of this, and I can. So I know that this is perfect. Okay. So this looks like milk. And this is a very quick thing to do. And you can make a whole lot of money off of lip gloss, because seriously, you're only going to pay like $4 for a thing of the gel, and you're going to sell them, you know, as much as you want to. Maybe you selling them for $5 each. You know, you're going to profit a lot off of lip gloss. So lip gloss is definitely a good investment if you ask me. Okay, so then you're going to go ahead and suck it through the syringe. Okay, and allow it to kind of drain off so you don't just have a big mess going on, or wipe it off, however you want to do it. But I have some really large opening, so I'm just going to push it in there, and then I'm just going to squeeze into the container. Okay, so what you're noticing is my strawberries, they're not moving, they just kind of sitting. So I'm squeezing, and I'll have to move this in a downward motion at the same time because it's so thick that it's not just going to go in there. You're going to have to put some force to it and just kind of work it in there. Okay. And that's what I like about lip gloss, you know, just the thickness of it. And stay on your lips a little long. I love that. And it's really popular. Kids love it. You know, it's very popular for teenagers for sure. Now you guys see how this look in here. Okay, so when you go to put your wine in here, it's really going to start rising up those strawberries. So it just gives it like a really unique look. That's where you'll get the oohs in the eyes, like, ooh, I want that, mama, buy that for me. So go ahead, and because some of y'all have the container with the wine where it has a stopper, and those are the best ones to have. So you just go ahead and just put this in there. And I'm looking, and mine is rising up a little bit, but it's all right. As long as it's not squirting out on the sides. And this is how it looks. Okay, so that's why I wanted it laying like that, so I could be able to space them out a little bit. So the next thing you want to go ahead and do it. I'm just showing you guys what to do while I'm doing this right now on camera, just so you can do it later. You want to go ahead and just take it and just wipe it off with some alcohol. Okay, and that's just to get it clean, get the grease off of it. Just set it to the side. It's finished. Okay, and it look good. All right, so we got our next one. So I'm gonna do the next one with you guys, and then we're gonna go on to the strawberry one. So let's go ahead and shoot in here like a doctor, honey. It's the only time we get to use the syringe. Except for when we're giving our kids some medicine, okay? All right. So we go ahead and push it on in there. And make sure you just kind of moving it down so it can go down to the bottom. Okay. and then you squeezing at the same time. So you shooting it in there, but you moving it down at the same time. And I'm watching it rise up. And I have enough in here, okay? Because when I put my my wine in there, I don't want it to be, you know, once you put your wine in, then it's just kind of shooting out the top. I don't want it to do that, okay? And this one is a little bit more, you know, visible. So I love it. I like that. It's really cute. Alright, so now we're going to do the strawberry one. So that's why I kind of did the white first, because if I would have did it the other way around, I couldn't have used it, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a drop of strawberry in there, 2 drops. I don't want to use too much. So I'm using just 2 drops. And that's just the color, you know, that's just the color because you want it to look like strawberry milk. So now we're coming to a place of strawberry milk. That's what we got. Look what we got. Strawberry milk. Okay. So if you would have used too much pink, then it would have just been too much. So with those, a little go a long way. You don't need a whole lot. So you have to be very careful when you use those. Like, you can definitely use too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put my little strawberry pieces in here. Since you guys already seen that and you know what to do, I don't have to instruct you in that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to just put that white in there. Mix it in a little. I still have some white caught up in my syringe. So I'm going to go ahead and just suck this syringe up. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and just put it into the tube. Same way. Okay. When it starts shooting out, I mean that, you know, you just got to move it down. Okay, I think mine is full. Alright, definitely was full. You see it all the way at the top. And that's not the way I want it to be. So I'm definitely going to clean it up and take a little bit out of it. But this is it. This is it. So we got the strawberry milk and we got the regular milk. So it's just like a strawberry milkshake, and you have the strawberry milkshake flavor. So they came out pretty cool. Guys, if you are watching this video, you watch this entire video, there's no reason why you don't hit the like button and you don't subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys again for the next video. Alright.